Hello and welcome to episode 98 of Tall Guy Talks Travel with Rick Doherty. Of course, I am your host, Rick Doherty, but I will be surrendering hosting duties later on in the show because Marisa from Chicago is going to be here to play Alex Trebek in a Disney trivia contest between Sarah Says and myself. We will have the first two rounds today and we'll finish the battle next Thursday in episode 99. Before we get to the Disney trivia, there's a lot of news in the theme park community. I'll go over some of the highlights. Please make sure to subscribe to the Tall Guy Talks Travel with Rick Doherty YouTube channel. Not only is that one of the places you can hear this very podcast, but I have been working incredibly hard to bring you all of the holiday offerings at Walt Disney World. Recently, I posted 4 vlogs from Epcot's International Festival of the Holidays, Santa Claus, and more from Disney's Hollywood Studios, and the projections on the Tree of Life at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Tomorrow, I will have a vlog from the 3 monorail resorts at Walt Disney World to show you how they're celebrating the season. This is just the tip of the iceberg, and we won't stop on New Year's Day. I have tickets to after-hours events at Magic Kingdom and Disney's Hollywood Studios that will feature low crowds and free sodas and snacks. Checking out these videos may help you decide if an after-hours event is right for you on your next trip. We'll be going to Busch Gardens in Tampa, 2 Run Disney races, Epcot's International Festival of the Arts getting started early in 2023, and so much more. To make sure you don't miss these videos, just subscribe to the Tall Guy Talks Travel with Rick Doherty YouTube channel. We're hoping to get to 500 subscribers by the end of the year. Please consider clicking the button to help us continue to grow entering 2023. Now let's take a look at some theme park news. Epcot's International Festival of the Holidays will officially wrap up on December 30th to make way for the International Festival of the Arts running from January 14th through February 20th. This is my personal favorite festival of the year. The food booths take a little more time on all of the items and make sure they are both aesthetically pleasing and tasty. Festival of the Arts also features the Disney on Broadway concert series. 2023 performers include Ashley Brown from Mary Poppins, Patty Murrin from Frozen, and Michael James Scott from Aladdin. To secure the best seating for these performances, there are Disney on Broadway dining packages available on My Disney Experience. Earlier this week, Disney also released pictures of the Figment-themed merchandise for the festival. Heading to the West Coast, Universal Studios Hollywood has announced an opening date for the much-anticipated Super Nintendo World. The land will open on February 17th of 2023. This is huge news, even for those of us not planning on visiting Universal Studios Hollywood anytime soon, because the East Coast will be getting a Super Nintendo World in 2025 as part of Universal's Epic Universe. The completely new theme park construction has been moving very, very quickly, and there have been images of the track being laid out for the dueling roller coaster. This park is going to be a game changer in the Orlando area. Disneyland is getting ready for a big celebration in honor of the 100th anniversary of the Walt Disney Company. January 27th will start the 100th celebrations, and it will be the opening day for the West Coast version of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, featuring an entire scene that isn't a part of the ride at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Runaway Railway at Disneyland is in Toontown, which will reopen on March 8th as a full land after a refurbishment and some retheming. Also, as part of the 100th celebrations, you can see Wondrous Journeys, which is a new nighttime spectacular that features projections on Sleeping Beauty Castle in Disneyland. That starts January 27th, the same day that World of Color 1 will debut over at Disney's California Adventure. Then on February 24th, the return of the Magic Happens Parade, a parade that started just a few weeks before the closures for the pandemic in 2020. It is finally returning to Main Street, USA in Disneyland. As with any Disney celebration, of course, there will be special themed food items and merchandise available. It feels like Disney is ready to do a lot more for this 100th anniversary than they were willing to do for the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World. Of course, the pandemic also played a huge role in that, delaying things like the Epcot refurbishment and the opening of the Tron Light Cycle roller coaster. I'm just hoping that this celebration marks a return to bigger celebrations at Disney than just what we got for Walt Disney World's 50th. Those of you in the Northeast can celebrate the 100th anniversary of the Walt Disney Company by heading to the City of Brotherly Love in 2023. Starting on February 18th, the Franklin Institute in Philadelphia will have an exhibit called Disney 100. There will be 10 themed galleries, more than 250 pieces of rare artwork and artifacts from the Walt Disney Archives, and behind-the-scenes looks at the creation of many of our favorite characters, movies, and attractions from the company. Tickets are available now at fi.edu. Now let's get down to business. It's time for Disney Trivia. Thanks for joining us, Sarah.
I'm super excited to be back.
And thank you for joining us again, Marisa. I love these episodes where we get both of you on here.
Yeah, this is super fun.
So now I usually am the one dominating the conversation, but I'm going to be turning things over to Marisa because we're doing another round of Disney trivia. But since earlier in the year when Sarah took on Marisa, Sarah won. Now, like pickup basketball at the park, I've got winners. So Marisa has come up with the questions, and I am going to be competing against Sarah. So take it away, Marisa, as our host.
All right. Well, I don't have a coin to flip, so I'm going to say, in order to choose who goes first, I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10. Whoever gets it closest goes first.
7.
Okay, Sarah?
Well, I don't want to be that person that picks the number right next to that one, so I'm going to go with 2.
It was 2.
You know what? I have to defend my title, and I'm starting now.
Ooh, all right.
Actually, though, of course, leave it to a guy on the internet in any form or fashion to have 2 women be excited about something and then say, well, actually. But here's the deal. This is kind of like baseball, and you just got the right to go first, but it's not like you can defer or anything like that. I would probably rather go second because now I get control of the questions in the last round at the very end. So this isn't one of those things you necessarily win.
Maybe I'm just trying to be nice.
Yeah, just wait till she pulls ahead and we go
Just
into the
wait.
last round and you're like, can't win.
It's on.
All right.
Okay, Marisa, let's do this.
All right. So we have 3 rounds, 5 questions each, and then we'll flip between the 2 of you. So round 1, each question is worth 1 point. Round 2, each question is worth 2 points. Round 3, for the final round, kicking it up a notch, each question is worth 5 points. All right. So Sarah, your first question. Who voices Cusco in The Emperor's New Groove?
David Spade.
Yes, that is correct.
I love that movie.
It's a great one.
Is that my voice?
Llama. Okay.
He's supposed to be dead. And Marisa and I are going to do we're just going to recite the whole movie, Rick.
Yeah. And now we're abandoning trivia. Emperor's New Groove opens on.
As long as it's only worth 1 point, I could care less.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Which Disney character said, "Fish are friends, not food"?
Bruce in Finding Nemo.
Yes. Good job.
So, Rick,
All
are
right.
you glad you didn't go first now?
All right. Third question. In Disneyland, in which area of the park can you watch Fantasmic?
On the Rivers of America. which is New Orleans Square area.
Yep. Yeah, I would take in either of those, but that's good.
Okay.
All right. Wow. Sarah's going 3 for 3 right out of the gate. What are the 4 main emotion characters in Inside Out?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Anger, sadness, joy, disgust. You said there's 4.
Yes.
It was 4?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, 4.
Okay, so anger, sadness, joy, and disgust. I love
Yeah.
disgust. She's my favorite.
She's absolutely the best. All right. Question 5. What is the name of the ghost that haunts the Pirates of the Caribbean ride in Magic Kingdom?
Are you kidding me? There's a ghost? Like, is this like a lore thing that people made up that there's a ghost there? Oh,
there's a ghost that haunts the ride. And if
I'm
they
gonna
don't
call
say,
him, they don't say its name, then you like,
if they don't say goodnight to it when they close down the ride, he causes problems.
I have absolutely no idea. So I'm gonna call him Percival.
It's incorrect, but a good guess. It's a good ghost name. Rick, do you care to steal?
I have 2 guesses. I'm going to go with Jean Lafitte.
Nope. No, the ghost's name is George.
Oh, well,
so they have to always say goodnight, George.
Oh, interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah. He needs attention. A very needy ghost.
Jeez, George, calm down.
I know.
So you were up 4-0 on me after the first round. I can already tell that I am not going to be enjoying this. Anyway, go, Marissa.
All right. Rick, your first question. Which animated Disney movie's script was rejected for a Best Adapted Screenplay Academy Award because one of the actors ad-libbed so many of the lines?
Aladdin.
Yes.
Good job. I was thinking the same thing. So I was like, if that was wrong, I was like, I don't have any idea.
Yep.
That was a very good trivia question because
that's a good one.
It was the kind of question that you could decipher the answer even if you didn't already know the answer. And I feel like those are some of the best questions. It isn't just something that you memorized. It's something that makes sense by contextualizing it. So that was a very good question, Marissa.
Thanks. Yeah. We'll see how the rest of these shake out. All right. What type of fruit trees grew on the land that Disneyland opened on?
Oranges. It was an orange grove.
Yep. Okay. Question number 3. How many puppies did Pongo and Perdita originally have in 101 Dalmatians?
2.
Not correct. Sarah?
I can imagine like that scene in the movie where he keeps coming out and he's like, there's still more coming. It's not 101 though.
True.
Was it like 10 puppies?
It's close. It was 15.
Yeah, I knew it was a big number, but not that big. So, okay.
Yeah. 15.
I don't think I've seen that movie since I was 5. Well, obviously with my answer, I haven't seen it since I was
2
5.
puppies. You know what? That's more realistic for a Dalmatian, but you know what?
It's true.
Maybe a rabbit. I don't know. But okay. Sorry about that. Continue.
Okay.
All right. Question 4. What is the dog's name in the Carousel of Progress attraction?
It's a hard one.
No, it's not. It's not a hard one. You're lucky, blank. You don't have to date. Oh, he says it a number of times. Oh, no.
You know this. I know you know this.
This is, I can't believe the last time I was at Magic Kingdom, I did Country Bears instead of doing Carousel of Progress. Because
Country Bears.
Would you Country Bears? Oh,
I want to say Rover.
It is. Good job.
That's a very dog name.
It felt too generic to make that my answer. Like, no, I'm just thinking that because Rover is just a generic dog name. But
yep.
Okay.
But that's what they went for.
Oh.
All right.
All right. Good one. All right. Your last question for round 1. Which villain from a previous Disney film makes a cameo in Hercules? And Rick, if you don't know this one, Sarah looks very excited. So
You need to start reading those BuzzFeed articles of like hidden things in Disney movies.
And I'm mad at myself because Hercules is one of those movies that I really do like. Like, this isn't like 101 Dalmatians where I haven't seen it since I was 5. Like, I watched this one a lot. Maleficent.
it is not. Sarah?
Is it Scar?
Yes,
He put
is.
Scar. Oh, Scar is the rug.
Yep.
Dang it.
Yep.
Dang it. I know the exact scene now. Oh. To be fair, that's like the weird storyline that they put into that movie that has nothing to do with the rest of the movie. Like, there is nothing about his character arc that has anything to do with him trying to like sell sneakers or do anything like that. They just threw it in to make it longer and make some 90s specific pop culture references. So I'm going to give myself a pass for not knowing that one.
Okay.
That's fair. That's fair. All right. So with that, we are on to round 2. Each question is now worth 2 points. As it stands currently, Sarah has 5 points and Rick has 3. So it's still anybody's game. All right. Your first question, Sarah. Which iconic composer worked on Disney films such as Aladdin, Hercules, and The Little Mermaid?
Was it Howard Ashman?
It was not.
Okay.
Rick?
I'm going to ask the two of you a question just for a second. Have you ever had a name in your mind and it could be a celebrity who actually does do that particular thing, or it might be a completely different one and you can't
Oh my God, I
remember?
just realized who it is.
All the time.
Okay.
Yeah, and I just realized who it is.
So this is either going to be the right answer or it's going to be a professional golfer. Like, I don't know.
Well, I won't know
It's
if it
one
is.
of the two things. Is it Alan Menken?
It is.
That's who it just popped
Nicely
into my head
done.
and I was like, darn it.
I'm like,
Yep.
it's either Alan Menken or it's something close to that, but I'm confusing him with another celebrity.
Yep. All right, Sarah. Which day of the week did Disneyland open on?
Oh, sweet Jesus. Was it a Thursday?
Nope.
Okay.
Rick?
It was a Wednesday.
It was a Sunday.
Oh, that's right.
Yep. Which
That's right.
I didn't know before researching these questions, so I wouldn't have gotten that.
I was
All
like,
right.
it was an obscure day for something to open.
You had a 1 in 7 chance. Not
Yeah,
great odds.
Exactly.
Question 3 in round 2. Which 1964 Disney film was nominated for 13 Oscars and won 5?
1964? And 1-5. Was it Mary Poppins?
Yes, it was.
Yeah. I was thinking animated, and then I'm like, but I'm pretty sure that's when Mary Poppins came out.
Yep. Yeah, I didn't want to put like animated or live action.
Yeah, well, it's both though, so.
Right, right.
And you looked so unsure, and I was
I
like,
had no
I know
idea.
this, I know this, I know this. Ugh.
Yeah, I knew you were sitting there going, "Oh, don't get it, so I can steal."
I also had a minute in my head of thinking like 1964 and like, what is one of Marissa's favorite movies?
A great way to go about it.
Honestly, the default answer is if you couldn't remember Alan Menken, just say Mary Poppins and hope for the
Yeah.
best,
What do
because
you know
every
about
question, I
me?
don't know.
it is
Mary
going to be
Poppins.
half the answers.
Julie
here.
Andrews?
What is Walt's favorite color? Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins.
Obviously.
All right, question 4. Who is the oldest official Disney princess?
The oldest, like in age?
Mm-hmm. Yes, oldest in age.
Oldest in age. Is it? Sure as heck is an Ariel. Oldest in age. Well, she's a queen, so not her. Is it Jasmine?
It is not Jasmine.
Okay.
Rick, do you want to attempt to steal?
So I know that Jasmine, I think, is supposed to be 16, and
Oh, okay.
I
I didn't
know
know.
that at least Rapunzel is 18. So I have to think if there are any older than Rapunzel. Boy, I feel like Tiana might be, but I'm going to say Rapunzel because I know she's 18 and that's the oldest I know of the Disney princesses, so that's my guess.
It is Tiana. You were right there.
Ah.
Is Tiana 21?
Tiana's 19.
19.
Oh, okay.
So she's got 1 year on Rapunzel.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Elsa is technically the oldest of all those, but
Right. And I was like, but
she's
she's
not
a queen.
official. Yeah.
Well, she's not an official
And
Disney
she's not
princess
official.
either, yeah.
She's not a princess.
Doesn't really count.
We're not getting into this conversation right now. Like, we're not getting into this debate at this moment in time.
All right. In the Jungle Book, what kind of animal is King Louie?
Is he an orangutan?
Yes, he is.
A giant one?
A giant one.
Like the live action. Did you guys see the live action one?
Yes. Freaky.
Yeah, he's Christopher Walken, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
That was fun casting.
Yeah.
They knew what they were doing with that one. Okay, so as we move on to Rick for round 2, reminder, every question, 2 points. Question 1, how many acres does the Kilimanjaro safari ride span?
Oh my gosh.
I'm so bad at stuff like acreage. I know it's bigger than Magic Kingdom, but what that means in terms of acreage, I have no idea. I'm going to say 250.
All right, that's sadly not right. Sarah, do you want to make a guess?
I'm just going to guess because I don't have any idea. I'm going to say 175.
It's closer. It's 110.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it's gigantic.
That is gigantic. That's a great ride, though.
Oh, it's the best ride.
Underrated ride, too. It changes every time. It's like, it's awesome. It's awesome.
It's easily one of the best rides there, but no one talks about it.
Missing out.
Ride it.
Yeah, everyone go on it. Go in the morning.
On it now.
Yes, but not if it's too hot because then you're not going to see any animals.
Don't go around noon. Bad idea.
Have lunch.
2:00 in the afternoon is also, any time when it's really hot, you're not getting the best experience. Rope drop it or do it at the end of the day.
Yep.
All right, your second question. Which Disney princess sings Once Upon a Dream?
Aurora.
Yes, correct.
Woo!
Yeah.
Woohoo!
That was stressful. I have never seen that movie the whole way through.
Are you kidding
Luckily,
me?
it's at the beginning of the movie.
Well, that's why I know it. Okay.
This is your homework assignment. Go watch Sleeping Beauty.
We're just gonna make you a list, and you need to spark it and watch.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Question 3. Which real world place is the inspiration for Disneyland's version of Big Thunder Mountain Railroad?
You better know this because I don't know.
I have ideas. I'm going to ask you a question to clarify just because if you think this is too much of a hint, then just don't answer it. But are we talking like a general place that's not like a specific mountain, or are we talking about a very specific mountain?
We are not talking a specific mountain.
I am going to guess Arches National Park in Utah.
No, but that's kind of close. We'll see if Sarah can get it.
She better, because
I have no idea. So I'm just going to guess the Grand Canyon.
hold on.
It's not
Before you
correct.
give the
Okay.
answer, is it Red Rocks National Park?
It's not.
Okay.
But I think I'm going to
Okay.
give you a point for Utah because you got Utah. It is
Okay.
Bryce Canyon National
Oh,
Park.
I have
Bryce
Utah.
Canyon, the other
I would have
one.
never known
All
that.
right. I appreciate the point. I'll take all the charity I can get right now.
That was close. You got the state. Okay. What was the last live action film that Walt Disney worked on and produced before his death?
There's a question that I want to ask you that I very much can't ask you because it would give it
Is
away.
it, what's the name of the movie?
No, it's not. But it essentially is. I'm just going to say Mary Poppins.
It's not correct.
Damn, that was
Okay, because I was
mine
going to
too.
ask if it was completely live action. So,
It is completely live action.
Completely
well,
live
now we know
action.
it's completely live action because it's certainly not Song of the South or Who
No.
Framed Roger Rabbit.
It was so hard because he died in the 60s, right? So what came out in the 60s? It was those whole string of movies, like the one about the duck and like all those ones. I have no idea. No idea.
All right. It is The Happiest Millionaire.
I have never seen that movie. My mom
Okay, so
probably
now
has.
that's your homework assignment.
Yeah, I need to watch that
Watch
one. Is
that
it on
one.
Disney Plus?
It is.
Okay, good. I can watch it then.
Yeah. It's a very long movie.
Okay.
A lot of people say it's too long.
Okay.
So know that going into it. Didn't have
Where
the
are
best
we at with
reception.
the score?
So right now, Sarah, you have 9 points
Okay.
and Rick has 8.
Okay.
So we're neck and neck here.
We
All
are
right.
neck and neck.
Your last question, Rick. What is the scouting organization that Russell belongs to?
Wilderness Explorers.
Yes. Good job.
Hello, my name is Russell.
I love it.
This is pretty crazy, though, because I have a 1-point lead going into the last round where they are 5 points each.
It's
So
5 points
this
each.
is coming down to it. So, Marissa, you did a good job
Yeah.
of keeping this one close at least. And Sarah thanks you because she's happy to not have been blown away in the first 2 rounds and still be in this. So
Yeah,
thank
totally.
you for doing that.
Oh my gosh. I hope all the next questions are about Toy Story.
I know
Yeah.
one of them has to be because
All
we had
Toy
that
Story.
conversation.
Toy Story 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So the next round is entirely Toy Story themed.
A little behind
That
the
would've been
scenes
really
here
funny.
is that back in September, Marissa and I were at Hollywood Studios, and we quickly rushed to get on Slinky Dog Dash before the park closed. And I had mentioned that I had never seen any of the Toy Story movies in their entirety. And then I just to myself, immediately knowing that this was going to be happening, was like, why did I tell her this huge gap in my knowledge about Disney? Because she's the one who's going to be coming up with these questions. That's where we're going to leave things off in this battle of Disney trivia. After the way Sarah beat Marissa when we did Disney trivia earlier in the year, and the way she repeated that victory last week over Marissa and Harry Potter trivia, I am in no way comfortable with my 1-point lead. We will return next Thursday with the third and final round, with questions being worth 5 points apiece. Just a reminder to subscribe to the Tall Guy Talks Travel with Rick Doherty YouTube channel so we can hit our goal of 500 subscribers before the end of the year. That would mean the world to us. I'm so proud of how we have built this community in the last 2 years, but especially in 2022. From my pilgrimage in Ireland to raise money for survivors of domestic violence in Pinellas County, Florida, to episodes on managing the parks with chronic illness and so much more, I believe that we have had fun and done some good for the community. We couldn't have done any of it without you, so thank you so much. Next Thursday will be episode 99 of the podcast. Until then, have a great week.